Greninja right away shows me that they don't mind sitting back and using his projectile. They also use this after jumping. This situation is a Ganondorf killer. You have a 50-50 chance of making it back, and I guessed correctly. Greninja retreats by jumping away 3 times in a row. I either have to commit covering Greninja's full hop height or use my burst options to cover his landings. After the down tilt, I went for the double jump read due to how jump heavy his neutral is, and it worked. Always be ready for Greninja's up air drag downs. This was just instinct. I thought about if I was in Greninja's shoes after a failed read and what I would do. I was ready for the dare on my shield, but not only that, I knew the Greninja had no double jump, so if they air dodged, I would have hit the forward smash and that would have crushed his soul. If the Greninja did the same double jump bear as before and how he delayed it, I would have landed the aerial whiz kick spike and the match would have been over. This is the first time the Greninja did a neutral B air style, something else I have to consider when covering his landings. This subtle change up from the Greninja is very nice. They notice I like to double jump after getting hit off stage. I expected another neutral B air style, but the Greninja chose to land with it. These little minor mix-ups are keeping me on my toes. Very nice work by the Greninja to recognize that I still had my double jump. Here, I knew the Greninja was going to jump, but I didn't have the confidence in my read. Because of this, I started to act desperately. This empty landing to shield was a test to see how the Greninja was catching my landings, and they used dash attack. This was a very scary moment for me, because the Greninja conditioned me to not double jump after getting hit off stage. My mentality here was to cover Greninja jumping and condition him to retreat and use neutral B, where I can now approach with whiz kick. After this burst of momentum and landing the fair by reading his double jump, I knew a panic down B was coming, but I messed up the timing. Since I'm at death percent and the burst of momentum just before, my instincts are telling me that the Greninja is not only scared, but also desperate. Greninja is going back to the predictable game plan of retreating by jumping back and using neutral B. I see right through this. I won't lie, I should have died here to an easy edge guard, but it seems like the Greninja got inside his own head. My instincts told me that if the Greninja landed on stage, that he would roll in, and I got the read. Whenever Greninja hit me to go off stage, he conditioned me perfectly. It started off by letting me double jump, and then he started to cover that to force an air dodge or an aerial. Sadly, his desperation made it easy for me to read what he was going for when I was at death percent. This match had a bit of everything. We both understood each other and conditioned really well. I overall had less habits to abuse, but the Greninja definitely held his own. The deciding factor, I feel, was my instincts on certain reads came at the critical times.